So this morning we have Art Trilli from Culligan Water in Star Junction. Art, thanks so much for joining me this morning. Looking forward to having a discussion, good morning, with you about how things have been going. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about your business, how long you've been in business, so on and so forth.
Star Junction is located in Fayette County in southwestern Pennsylvania. My dad started this business in 1947. I came out of college in 1977 and have had ownership of the business since 1989. So it's 40 plus years that I've been here. Enjoy it. It's a passion of mine. And it's like any other family business. It has some challenges to it, but it's also very rewarding. We specialize in water treatment, bottled water, filtering water, both public water, city water, and wells and springs.
Okay, great. So prior to this COVID crisis, how was business? Was business doing well? Was it on a downtrend, uptrend?
I think everybody's pretty familiar with what's happened to the economy in the last 3 years, and obviously it's been exciting for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
When people were energized, when people were working, they obviously have more spendable income, and that generally is good for all of us in business. So business as a whole has been good.
Okay, and during this breakout, were you listed as an essential business?
It took us a while to get that, and it was more red tape getting to the people we needed to get to. But between Culligan International and their contacts, and I personally had called the CDC, in the Pennsylvania Department of Health, it became very apparent early that we were going to be essential. But I needed some documentation. You know, my guys are out on the road. My secretaries are traveling from their homes to the business. So yes, we're essential, and we're happy to be open. It's a blessing.
So we've been in this for a month now, but can you look back and tell us what was like the reaction when this first happened, and what has the transition been since we've been in this with you and your people? What has the mindset been? Can you give us a picture of that?
Yeah, it's been more like 6 weeks, and our business is like most business. New sales are extremely important to the growth of the business. And so for the last 6 weeks, we have not been able to do in-home, face-to-face selling. It's been a little bit difficult on the commercial side. A lot of businesses are closed, so that opportunity isn't there. But from the standpoint of our existing customers, our bottled water customers, they still need their water. Our water softening customers need their service. Our people that have bacteria in their water, and we destroy bacteria through ultraviolet disinfection. And, you know, they still need that essential service so that their water meets health standards. So we've been able to, as a company, continue to provide the essential services, and that's extremely important to our customers, but we have not been able to be out generating new income. And so our employees are happy. They get to leave their home. They're not. And so for them, they're excited to be at work. I make sure that we all understand that we're essential, but if we're not careful with what we do, we're going to be essential and sick. And if we're sick, we're closed down. And what good is an essential tag if you can't work? So
yes,
people that depend on us, and so we're very, very careful with how we do things: gloves, masks, making special arrangements for customers to leave their bottles on their porch so that we're not entering homes. Our commercial clients have been the same way. They'll leave them outside of the care home. Our hospitals will put them on the dock so our guys don't have to enter. So it's been pretty exciting, and people are overwhelmingly nice and thankful. And so it's been a real shot in the arm for our people who are out and about constantly.
What types of changes do you foresee once the economy opens back up, whatever that looks like? What types of changes do you see for your business moving forward, and how are you preparing for that?
It looks to me like the mindset of the people will help us determine. Just because a business opens doesn't mean that people are going to flock to that restaurant like they did before. The restaurants, they're a challenge to keep profitable when all the seats are filled. So if they're now going to use half the seats, how they're going to be profitable is going to be a challenge for them. So I see it more as a mindset. If people are willing to allow us to come into their homes and talk to them about better water in their lives and how that will help them, I don't see much of a change. If people are fearful
Mhm.
and aren't open to us and what we offer to the market, then there's going to be a big change. From the standpoint of our people, our delivery guys out and about, we've made some changes already in terms of how we approach homes, and people will leave their basement door open if we have to be in the basement doing service, and they'll remain upstairs.
Mhm.
One of the joys of the job is the interaction with our clients. And generally, those clients are retired and at home. So the folks that traditionally are working, they're leaving the door open, we're going in, and we're really not talking to anyone. For those who are retired and at home, it's like a joy to have the Culligan man come by and them to
Mhm.
be able to do that exchange. And it's a good way for us to build goodwill, develop new leads. We're hoping that whole scenario remains the same.
Mhm.
We're more worried on the new sales side than we are existing customers, because that relationship's already there and pretty solid.
Good. So what words of advice would you have for the business owners that are going through this and maybe haven't been working, haven't been essential, and they now need to, recover, renew their business, relaunch? So what's some advice you could give them?
Well, what most business people have inside them is a flame, and that flame burns bright, that entrepreneurial ship. And so as they come from their homes back to their business, I'm sure they're going to be excited and want to get the whole process going. And I think that vision of why they are in business and what their whole thought process was when they decided to be in their own business is going to be, again, essential to them getting back up on their feet and going. You know, the American spirit, people are restless now. People want to get out. They want to get back to life as normal. And so I think if I personally took the mindset that everything's going to change, I probably would approach it differently than my current mindset, which is I've been at this 6 weeks. There's been no government money that we've received. Over 40 plus years, I've never depended on the government. And therefore, our mindset right now is we're going to get through this without the government. If the governmental money comes through, fine. If not, we're going to get through it. And I think that most entrepreneurs will do the same thing. You know, take the chains off. Let us go back to work. We'll show you what the American economy is about. And I think if they approach it with the energy and the spirit they had when they started their business or purchased their business, everything will be fine.
Great. Art, thank you so much for your time. And if somebody wants to reach out and get a hold of you or your business, what's the best way for them to do that?
Our phone number is 724-736-8000. And our email address is info, that's INF as in Frank O, at culliganwatertreatment.net.
Fantastic. Well, Art, best of luck to you. I'm sure you'll do great through this. And once again, thank you for taking your time.
Thank you, Ken.